Kimbo Kimbo Natata Sami Yama Zulu. Glory unto the Most High. Hallelujah. Semi family. Prepare my people to return unto me. Tell them the truth. Yah Royal Family Union. Glory be unto the Most High. So family, I want to share some interesting finds coming from which we will go into Genesis, and also I want to say Deuteronomy. I also have a map, and I want to also share the map of Congo again that appeared in Israel. So family, in Genesis 28 and 10, I want to point out that in this verse, Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. So I had pointed this out in a previous video that when I was reading this probably about a year ago, I bypassed it once I read it, but 2 chapters, after I went to 2 different chapters, it surfaced for me to return back to Genesis 28 and 10, because it says that Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. So if you put S-A in front of it, it will be Haran or Sahara. If you put sub in front of the S-A, sub-Saharan. Okay. So I'm just going to go down a little bit here. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows, and lay down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of the Almighty ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Almighty stood above it and said, I am the Almighty of Abraham, the father of Isaac, and the land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thy seed, shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou go, and will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Almighty is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid, and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of the Almighty, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob arose up early in the morning, and took the stone that he had put for his pillows, and set it up for a pillow, and poured all upon the top of it. And he called the name of that place Bethel. The name of the city was called Luz at first. Okay, so I want to have you to remember Bethel in this. Okay, so now we're going to go. Well, before we go there, you see he was headed towards Haran. And as he spent that night, when it said he was headed there, he didn't say he made no left, no right. He was headed directly to that spot, and that's where he had the dream at. But as you see, he changed the name to what, Bethel, but the place that what the Bible is saying is called Luz, I want to say. Luz, okay. So now we're going to go to Genesis 12. And this is very interesting because this is when actually Abraham was given the blessings by the Most High. Okay. So Genesis 12:4. So Abraham departed as the Almighty had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abraham was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. Interesting. Very interesting. So my point of the matter, family, and I'm going to go down a little bit more here. And Abraham took Sarah, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan, and to the land of Canaan they came. So I came across this actual article on the web that's speaking that Abraham, of course, he went and was staying in what they say Canaan, which is spelled in many different ways other than what you see here. But he never, Father never actually gave it to him. He did not assume, he did not actually, got it in that lineup. The land was his and others had to go. That was very odd. Father owned this whole earth. You understand? So even with the storyline of us, going to take over a land, which I've read, and heard somewhere in the Apocrypha as though the land was taken by Canaan, and Canaan was already told that that land wasn't his, but he took it. But it's just very odd, family, that as I'm going to read down here, it's going to give you an account about Abraham, where he was going to Bethel. So right here in the Genesis 12:8, and he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel. So remember, this is way before Jacob, which named the area where he spent the night and where the angels were ascended and descended, and he saw the Most High. That's when, Jacob called that area Bethel. So just understand that all of this, far as the storyline, we must understand that our enemies in so many ways want to point us towards the land of Canaan. Why is that? Why is that? So I have something else I want to share too. Hold tight, fam. Okay, so fam, now we're going to go to actually Acts 7:2. And it says here, and he said, men, brethren, and fathers, hearken. The Almighty, the Most High of glory, appeared unto our father Abraham when he was in Mesopotamia, before he dwelt in Haran. So he dwelt there. Okay. And according to this, and it says, and he said unto him, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindreds, and come into the land which I shall show thee. Then he came out of the land of the Chaldeans, dwelt in Haran, and from thence, when his father was dead, he removed him into this land wherein ye now dwell. So another account that, the land that Jacob had, the dream and dwelt at, when father said, from the east, the south, the north, the west, that's what it was speaking of. If someone say you were headed towards a certain particular place, that's where you will be taken to be going to. If I was headed towards Columbia, South Carolina, well, that's where I'm going to. You understand? So let's look at another account here, and that will be Hebrew 11. Which will be 8 through 13. It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which had fountains, whose builder and a maker is God, the Almighty. Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the sea shore innumerable. These all died in faith, not having received the promises. So these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and a pilgrims on the earth. So they were basically, in this was saying that Abraham never actually, according to them, with the land of Canaan, but he was already in the blessed land. And that happened to be where I believe today, sub-Saharan, which goes all the way down from the foot of, I want to say, Egypt, all the way down to South Africa. Okay, fam. So I have some more to share. Just bear with me. Okay, so welcome back, family. All right, so this is the actual map that appeared in Israel, which I believe this was the Most High supernaturally doing. As you see the pavement all surrounding it, it's, a little darker. But this is the map of Congo. As you see, someone here is, they put their actually flag on top of it. And then this is another, probably a better picture here. And I don't, when looking for information about this to this, Israel news outlets, I haven't really looked, but I'm just, seeing some of our people being there, either going over there and acknowledging this. So just look at the pavement. In order for this to be this way, it's as if like an earthquake shook just this area to carve out this into a map. You understand? Amazing. There's, one say, well, someone went and chiseled around and made this. My understanding that, one day it was not there and the next day it was. And even in the breaking up, as you see, accordingly, as they got in their hand, I want to say they're saying, that's the way the map actually